Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Malcolm. I just saw the new Flash movie, so let's talk about it. Alright, first and foremost, I want to say that this was a very good movie. I already went into it having high hopes. I thought it was going to be good, but it actually was very, very good. DC might be making a comeback. This movie felt like a superhero movie, and I feel like not a lot of Marvel movies have felt that way for me. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but it was good. I would probably rate it about an 8 or a 9, probably closer to an 8. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We all know about the Ezra Miller controversy and all the wild shit he's been doing in the media and in life and all that shit, right? In no way am I condoning anything that he did or like him at all, really. But I will say he did a good job of acting in this movie. I think he did a really great job acting. Because here's the thing, in all the other DC movies that Ezra Miller has been in, the Flash has been like a side character, right? He's been like a side comedic relief character. So in my mind, I was like, how is this gonna go with him being the main character? And they did a really interesting thing, right? By giving us both Flashes in the past and the future, we get the Barry that we've known this whole time, and then we get a younger, obnoxious, annoying Barry, right? Which forces our Barry to become older and more mature. He acts a lot more mature, and it makes him a much better character to see throughout the entire movie. Because I don't know how I could have dealt with just like side character Barry the whole movie. But I think that Ezra Miller did a really good job of playing two characters in one movie, which is crazy. And just making me feel like he was worth it as a character. Another two characters that I think are worth mentioning are obviously Batman. Micheal Keaton's Batman was in there. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am not, y'all know me, I've never really been a Batman fan like that, so I've actually never seen any of Micheal Keaton's Batman movies, but I think he did a good job in this movie. I just didn't have any frame of reference. Like, obviously I know who he is, and I know he played Batman, but I just didn't know a ton about him, so I wasn't one of those people that were super excited to see him. I was like, okay, let's see what this is about. And I also thought that Supergirl did a really good job. I like that it was a different version of Supergirl than we normally see. The Supergirl we normally see is very happy-go-lucky, fun, cool. I honestly like Supergirl more than I like Superman. But I like in this movie how Supergirl was very stoic, angsty, as she should have been. I thought that was very cool. I wish we could have seen more of her, but don't think we will be. Another thing that this movie did very well was the comedy. It was genuinely funny. Y'all know one of my biggest critiques for Marvel movies as of late has been it's been too much comedy, like Ant-Man specifically, right? They use so much comedy that they throw the comedy in and throw the momentum of the movie off, right? So it could be like a dark moment and you can feel the tension building, the momentum building, which is what the scene is supposed to do. And then they'll hit you with a joke, cut the momentum, and kind of just, I don't know, throw the whole vibe off. I felt like this movie didn't do that. All the jokes were well placed. They were well timed. I hated Young Barry. Every single joke he made, I absolutely hated. I just hated his character all the way. But I think we were supposed to a certain extent. But his comedy was trash. Every other joke in the movie fit very well, and I actually did enjoy it. And I think this movie just did a very good job with the Flashpoint storyline in general. Obviously, we all know Flashpoint, either read the comics or saw it in a TV show or a movie or whatever. We know what Flashpoint is. I think they did a very good job of handling Flashpoint. It felt realistic. It felt like all the other Flashpoints I've seen, but added its own individual spin on it. The time travel wasn't like overly confusing or convoluted. I think it was cool. I think it was cool. That small issues I have with the time traveling, small issues, but nothing serious enough to really like mention, you know? So I think that that was another good aspect of the movie. Now let's talk about some of the negatives. Here's one thing that's part negative, part positive, right? The effects in this movie. There were times where I was looking at the movie like, oh my God, how are they doing this? Ezra Miller was playing two people. And it wasn't like the classic split screen looking at each other. No, they were interacting with each other, touching each other, picking each other up. And the entire time, I had to remind myself, wait, this is the same person. How the fuck are they doing this? I don't know how they were doing it. The speed scenes felt amazing. Like, you could really feel the speed in the movie. Everything slowed down. It did like the sepia flash time. It looked great. It kind of reminded me of the X-Men movies where Quicksilver was running around. We had some of those scenes which are really awesome. The scenes where they're moving fast with their speed and they're fighting with each other. They're sliding against each other, feet touching, running around. It all looked so good. And then there will be other moments where I'm like, this shit looks fucking terrible. It looks like I animated it. I don't know why the animation quality was so inconsistent, but like, I'm just looking like, yo, what the fuck is this? There were parts where the universes were collapsing onto each other. Those who saw it, y'all know what I'm talking about. And it was like showing other Supermans and shit. Shit looked terrible. It looked absolutely horrible. There were other parts where they were very clearly in front of a green screen. Like the ending of the movie where Ezra Miller meets up with the new Batman and his tooth falls out. That shit looks terrible. I don't know why the graphics were so inconsistent. But damn, it didn't make no damn sense to me. It was really confusing how inconsistent they were. When they were good, they were incredible. When they were bad, I was like, yo, what am I even watching right now? Another negative for the movie, very minor, is, and this isn't just the movie, this is in all of Ezra Miller's Flash, I hate the way he runs, bro. Like, as someone who ran track and knows what running form is, god damn, I hate the way he be doing that, like, dumbass, like, arm throwing shit. Bro, what are you doing? Run like a normal person, bro. Like, you would think if you're a speedster, you would know how to run properly. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but that shit pisses me off. It just looks dumb where he's like doing all this bullshit. Bro, run. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm nitpicking, but I hated it. I leaned over to my girlfriend at least 3 times and was like, why is he running like that? So probably the biggest negative I would have to say of this whole movie would have been the villains, right? Zod came back. I didn't really care about Zod the first time he was there. And he came back and I didn't really care about him. Like, he was the main villain, I guess. Or you could consider, I think you would call that Savitar or maybe Black Flash. I don't know who it was. But maybe you could consider that the main villain. I don't know. But either way, the weight of the villains wasn't really there. The weight of Zod wasn't really there for me. The weight of the other Time Flash, whatever you want to call them, wasn't really there for me. And I say this, every superhero movie review is that the villains are so important. And I think that the villains in this movie weren't hitting. Granted, everything else was hitting great. Like the emotions, the action, the comedy, it was all good. But I just wish we would have had a villain that mattered a little bit more, because I didn't care about Zod or even really the other like evil Flash. I think they could have did a better job of maybe incorporating them or giving them some more weight. Cause I don't know, it just didn't really matter. And then like, I also feel like it was supposed to be a twist that evil Flash was actually him running in time trying to fix things. But maybe it's just me. I don't feel like that was a twist. I think we all knew. If you've read any Flash comics or watched any Flash content, you kind of know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what went down there and how the time works and shit like that. So that wasn't like a surprise either. That's really my biggest negative, which really isn't a bad negative. Like, it didn't ruin the movie at all. I still think this movie is probably like a solid 8. And yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think. I thought it was really good and it excited me for the new DC movies, like the James Gunn shit that's going to be coming soon. I don't know, y'all. Marvel might be in trouble. Marvel might be in trouble because this, to me, this felt like a superhero movie. A lot of the Marvel movies recently haven't felt like superhero movies. Whether like, I think it's a mixture of like the intensity or the color grading, but these Marvel movies, they don't feel action-y to me anymore. Like they feel less like action movies. And I think most superhero movies fall in that action movie category. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let me know what you guys think, but I think Marvel might be in trouble. We're going to have to see. But hey, hopefully this puts some extra pressure on Marvel to move into the direction that we all want to see. And this by no way means that Marvel is trash. I still love Marvel. honestly, I still think the MCU is doing better than the DCU. But I'm just saying that as time goes, the status quo might change. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. We have been killing the subs lately. I know you guys saw that YouTube changed their monetization, so I'm trying to get monetized on this page, and we're getting pretty close to it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.